Hello, everyone. I am the Kiltic Agent, and welcome back to my channel. And I know this may come as a shock to you, but the same playbook is being used over and over again. After the first two episodes, after the first premiere episodes of Rings of Power, naturally, apparently some of the fans don't seem to like what they've done with the show and the story and the changes that Amazon has made. And the reason why they don't like it is because they're all a bunch of racists. How do I know this? Well, BuzzFeed says so. The Rings of Power star Ishmael Cruz Cordova has hit back at racist trolls amid the series being review bombed. I talked about this one little thing before. If you are going to sit there and call all the 1 star, half stars, all the 1 out of 5, 1 out of 10s, if you're going to call that review bombing, then you need to say the same thing about all the 10s, the perfects, the 5 stars, the 10 out of 10, and all this other stuff. One cannot be true without the other one being true. But they like to paint this little narrative that, oh, review bombing is only done in a negative sense. And if you have even the smallest bit of common sense and critical thinking, you know this can't be true. Sure, someone can enjoy the show so much that it is the greatest thing since sliced bread that they are going to give it a 10 out of 10 or a 5 star review. And at the same time, you have to admit that someone could just not like a show and give it a 1 star or a 1 out of 10 or 1 out of 5 and give a nice thought felt explanation. They don't like the writing. They don't like the CGI in the case of She Hulk. God, that was terrible. They don't like the actors' performances. They take issue with the changes of the lore, the source material, and whatnot. But to call all the negative reviews review bombing, they're all bad. They're a bunch of bigots. They're a bunch of racists. Are you going to get racist trolls on the internet? That's Of course you are. I mean, it's the internet. People are stupid. So, the article from BuzzFeed, thank you very much, as reported by Prime Video. So, Prime Video came out and debuted last week, reported Rings of Power debuted last week to 25 million viewers. Now, is a, that's making it the biggest premiere in the streaming platform's history. Obviously, 25 million viewers is across the world is an accomplishment to say the least. But if 25 million people watched it, why are they stifling reviews? Reports are out that I believe IMDb is hiding reviews, negative reviews, just the negative reviews. Amazon Amazon Prime is not allowing people to review the show. They're not allowing people to leave reviews for 72 hours. Sure, that's fine. They want to try, and I consider that to be a legitimate way to stifle the trolls, the actual review bombing, people leaving negative reviews because I don't like it, not going to watch it. Like, if you don't watch it, don't leave a review. Just don't. You know, watch it, leave an opinion. But maybe I'm just weird. While critics have generally been positive about the series' first two episodes, yes, because they're bought and paid for, they have to if they want their. I mean, we all. Anyone who thinks otherwise, you're fooling yourself. This is nothing new. Critics don't trust the critics. Simply compare the critic score with the user scores, with the actual people scores. If they're similar, then you can like if you can similar, then I would say you could trust the opinion of one and the other. But most of the time, we get a high critic score, 86, 96%, and a user score of 20s and 30s and 40s, like below 50 range. Those are the ones that give you an indicator, and vice versa. Critics will come out and like absolutely hate a movie because it stands for something they don't like or don't agree with or whatever, and the audience will come along and go, "Nah, this is awesome." So it's an odd thing. Find a good review site that you trust and go with that. The consensus from Tolkien fans has been a mixed bag to say the very least. Well, you can't really tell if they keep deleting negative reviews. So here we have Rotten Tomatoes, not the greatest source of by any metric. Critics have it sitting at 84%, but the audience have it sitting at 39%. Are all those people racist? So here we have Lenny Henry. He's a British actor. I've never seen him. I don't know who he is. Unlike the film adaptations of The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings of Power, which is set during the Second Age of Middle Earth, isn't based on any specific set of books because they're telling the story now. It is loosely based, I'm sorry, inspired by the broad mythology created by Tolkien. So they took the stories and they did whatever they want to. And a lot of people have a problem with it. They're not too keen on the fact of, hey, spoilers, that Galadriel is this warrior princess that goes out into the field to hunt down and kill orcs and ice trolls and all this other stuff because there was absolutely nothing in the works written by Tolkien that hinted that that was anything she did. So fans are vocal about it. He talked about the Harfoots. He talked about the elves, and the main complaint is, I guess, the casting and trying to stay true to the lore. I don't care anymore. If you if you have a problem with Lenny Henry being cast as a Harfoot Hobbit, then oh, you're a bigot. If you have a problem with, oh, I can't remember her name. Where is her name? You have to show her name. Why can't no? If you have a problem with her being cast as a dwarf, well, you're a bigot. No, we're talking about her lack of a beard. No, you just don't like her because she's black. No, no, I have a problem with because she doesn't have a beard. Put a beard on her, I wouldn't couldn't care less. Oh wait, maybe also the fact that the dwarves were underground. So okay. But we have more. Sadly, it looks like this backlash from racist trolls just they're going to keep on putting this word in there. And what this means is they're trying to put the label of racist and bigot on anyone that doesn't like the show, no regardless of what their criticisms actually are. And this is where I have a problem with it. They've done it with Star Wars, with Marvel, with Doctor Who, with Star Trek, and now they come to Lord of the Rings. If you criticize any of these shows that have casting, that have cast people of color, using their words, then you're obviously a bigot. If you have a problem with the female Doctor Who, you are a misogynist. If you have a problem with Disa, is her name Disa? I haven't watched the show, and I probably won't. I'm not talking about the acting in the story of the show. I'm talking about the reporting of the backlash, the negative reviews, the fans. They come out and fans come out, as it says here. They accuse the showrunners of being woke and disrespecting the source material because they kind of are. Meh. But making that accusation, well, you're obviously racist. You're obviously racist. Sadly, back to the article. Sadly, it looks like the backlash from racist trolls has progressed into review bombing. I already talked about that. I'm getting tired of it. Review bombing goes both ways. Massive, massive influx of tens versus a massive influx of ones. They both should be considered review bombing, and they should both be viewed in the same light. That's just there's no other way to look at it. If one is review bombing, so is the other. Is when people so review bombing, as they put it, when people intentionally flood negative reviews for a show or film. But there's no negative press, no negative reporting when the alternative is made, and it's just disgusting. According to Variety, Amazon has implemented. See, this is what I was talking about. They've implemented. I can't talk. A 72-hour delay for all user reviews in order to weed out genuine commentary from disgruntled trolls. Again, they're labeling anyone and everyone who doesn't like the show for legitimate reason as disgruntled trolls. Sure, you can't have an opinion unless it conforms to theirs, and then they'll let you talk about it. But this is we're about to get to my favorite part of this whole article. Now, Ishmael Cruz Cordova, who plays the elven warrior Arendir, has hit back at the racist backlash with a completely moronic statement as far as I'm concerned. What does he say? Let's go find out. Okay, cool picture. I can't, not gonna lie, I would do something the same. Of course, I'd have my pants pulled up so you don't see my underwear, but I don't wear pants. Never mind. Kilt, hence the name. Bye. Alongside a picture showing his character, I would totally do this if I'm in any kind of show. I don't care what people thought of it. I'd be like, "Yep, look, that's me. That's me up there." I would totally do that. Here's where we go. It's not about the billboard. It's about becoming unmissable, undeniable, irrevocably present and rooted as a people, as beings, as individuals. A huge "we are here and we have been here." No shit. This idea that in the entertainment industry, anyone with his skin tone or nationality or ethnic background or whatever has been stifled, pushed back, ignored is it's bullshit. I'm sorry. There were movies before 2020, before 2016, before 2010. Um, for as long as I've been alive, there have been movies and TV shows that showcased front running black people, women, Hispanics, or Asian, Chinese, Japanese, whatever, throughout my entire lifetime. Fantastic movies with great stories, great characters. For statements like this to be pushed out today as the common narrative is asinine at best. I don't I don't get it. I'm not saying that racism is dead, because of course it's not, because people are still stupid. But to make statements like this implies that that it's so prominent that people are being pushed down for roles. I mean, I could go down a laundry list of actors and actresses that we would have missed out on if what this asshole said is true. I'm looking for zero favors, then why are you talking about it? But to live with the same chances and dreams you do, otherwise you wouldn't be in the goddamn show. Hi. You wouldn't have a career. Marginalized. Fuck off. Silenced. You wouldn't be in the show. You are my people, and this moment is yours too. You wouldn't be in this show. I'm not going to criticize the show for this casting or that casting, person of color, woman this and female that. The dwarf, the only problem I have with the female, the dwarf, is that she doesn't have a beard. Um, and he, the problem I have with him being an elf is his haircut's too prim and proper. Some of that stuff doesn't make sense in a fantasy setting. A character's skin tone in a book, I genuinely couldn't care less. That will never be a talking point you'll hear from me. One of the other ones, Neil Gaiman brought this up. Someone, let's see where we got it. Do I have it still up? I don't. I don't have it still up. You son of a bitch. No, yes I do. It's the article right here. Neil Gaiman responds to Rings of Neil Gaiman responds. Talk. If people now, if people are, if people have a problem with the actor, you're a piece of shit. If you have a problem with how much it goes against the lore, I'd be willing to listen. But of course, Lenny Henry comes out and says, "This is our story now. We're telling the story now." It's like, wow, that sounds like kind of shit. So Neil Gaiman comes out and Tolkien described Harfoots as browner of skin. Okay, not being. I didn't read Tolkien. I didn't read the books. I saw the movies. I think I read The Hobbit in elementary school. I loved it. I fell in love with dragons. That was the day I fell in love with dragons. But he also goes to say they spent longer in the sun than any other hobbits. Excuse me. He said they were browner of skin. Okay. Honestly, like I said, The casting, the actors, whether they're black, brown, white, orange, purple, green, blue, whatever. That's, I don't know. It doesn't. I guess that part doesn't bother me as much as give me a good story, give me good acting, give me a good setting. Don't make it flat. Don't make it preachy, and we'll see where it goes. I've a lot of the stuff I've heard about the first two episodes are boring, deadpan delivery with piss poor acting. So I might try to watch it. If I do, I'm not going to do a step by step review of it. But when crap like this continues to come out, where if you criticize the show in the slightest, you're labeled as a bigot, as an istophobe, and that's what I'm fighting back against. Whether it's in movies, TV, video games, or whatever, that's what I'm going to talk about. And of course, I'm going to try to talk about stuff I love. One of these days, I'd love to talk about Arcane and Dune. Those are fantastic, but I still need to get off my ass and watch The Sandman. Was never a fan of the comics, but anyway, I am rambling. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed my content. Leave a dislike and call me a piece of shit in the comments as well. I would love to see your opinion. Let me know what you think, and I hope to see you on the next one.